Breaking. The secret is OUT. After months of swirling rumors, cryptic tweets, and side eyes caught on camera. The Caribbean. Queen herself, Spice, has just detonated a bombshell revelation that's sending shockwaves through the entire industry. Yes, we're talking about the real reason Zell Swag walked away from Saucy Santana. And it's so scandalous, so twisted, so emotionally nuclear, that fans are questioning everything they thought they knew. Was it just creative differences? Was it a quiet friendship fade? Or was it something deeper, darker, and designed to be hidden? Nope, this wasn't just a falling out. This was a calculated betrayal. A betrayal laced with leaked dimes, sabotage deals, backstage blow-ups. And even one unforgivable, tear-stained confession captured in a voice note Spice claims she was never meant to hear. And now it's out there, and there's no going back. We've got the insider tea, the unreleased receipts, the audio, the tweets, the raw, unfiltered emotions, and what you're about to hear will shatter your idea of loyalty, friendship, and fame. Because when the glitz fades and the cameras cut, what's left behind is jealousy, manipulation, and heartbreak. So buckle up and don't you dare blink. Because in the next few minutes, you'll know why Zell really left Saucy, and why this betrayal might just destroy careers. Let's rewind the timeline, not to when Zell left Saucy, but to when the first cracks began to show. Because while fans were obsessing over red carpets and matching outfits, something dark was brewing just out of frame, according to multiple insiders. The tension between Zell and Saucy didn't start over music, image, or branding. It started over a secret deal. One that Saucy allegedly made without telling Zell. That's right. Sources claim Saucy secured a solo collab with a major mainstream artist, think Billboard Top 10, Korma level, and deliberately left Zell out. Why? Because Saucy's team allegedly told him Zell was becoming a liability. That alone could have sparked the fallout. But it gets worse. Much worse. Here's where Spice comes in. During a now-deleted IG Live, she was seen flipping through her phone saying he thought Zell would never find out. But baby, people talk. I got the voice notes to prove it. Voice notes. Yes, according to Spice, who says she's done protecting people who pretend to be real. She was accidentally sent a private audio message from one of Saucy's inner circle. In it, Saucy can allegedly be heard saying, "I love Zell, but I can't keep dragging him. He's not on my level anymore." And just like that, the internet went into meltdown mode. Twitter exploded. Hashtag not on my level started trending within 45 minutes. Zell fans and even some former Saucy stans began reposting shady clips, dissecting old interviews, and calling out years of disguised as Shade.1 user posted a 43-second mashup titled "The Disrespect Was Always There," which racked up 2.3 million views in 24 hours, showing Saucy subtly dismissing Zell's contributions during press junkets, club appearances, and even interviews where Zell was literally sitting right next to him. But wait, it gets messier just 48 hours later. An anonymous account leaked a full text thread allegedly between Elle and Spice, where Zell breaks down the entire betrayal in brutal detail. We're talking screenshots, dates, even timestamps of studio sessions. Saucy canceled last minute that Zell later found out still happened without him. Here's a piece of that convo. Zell, he knew I wanted that feature. We talked about it for months. Then he tells me the artist passed, and 2 weeks later I see them shooting a video together in LA. That's not industry. That's betrayal, Spice. You know what that is? That's fear. He knew you were competition. Competition. Yep, you heard that right. Because another bombshell dropped right after. Zell had been offered a solo project deal with the same label that reps Saucy. And according to industry chatter, Saucy may have actively tried to block it. A&R rep speaking anonymously to the Shade Room. There were whispers. Let's just say certain calls were made. And suddenly, Zell's meeting got canceled. Nobody knows why, but the energy changed overnight. The betrayal didn't stop with business. It bled into the personal dot. Remember that viral moment during the BET Awards after party where Zell was seen storming out, sunglasses on, visibly shaking? Yeah, that wasn't drama for the cameras. According to Spice, that was the night it all exploded. She claims she walked in on a full-blown shouting match between Zell and Saucy in the VIP section. And y'all, this was not petty shade. It was years of built-up resentment spilling out in front of stunned celebs and partygoers. Zell allegedly screamed, "You've been using me for clout. I was your backbone and you snuck around like I was disposable." Security got involved. Phones were snatched, cameras were blocked. And within an hour, Zell was gone, not just from the party, but from the entire circle. The next day, Saucy posted a cryptic IG story, "Watch who you build with." Some just want to climb. Fans went wild, calling it cold, manipulative, and gaslighty AF. But it wasn't just fans who reacted. CLEBS started weighing in. Tokyo Vanity liked tweets calling Saucy a snake. Amara Lanagra commented under a Zell post. Some people forget who held them down. Even JT from City Girls subtweeted, "The ones who helped you glow up, usually the first you dim." Fans immediately tied it to Zell. And JT never denied it. Still with me? Because we haven't even touched the most devastating twist yet. A week after the bet blow-up, Spice went live again. This time, she came with receipts. She held up a blurred screenshot of what appeared to be a contract. Zell's shelved solo project with Saucy's manager CCD on the rejection email. Fans began demanding answers. Did Saucy sabotage Zell's career? Was the breakup really just a cover for a calculated takedown? And then, like gasoline on a wildfire, Zell reactivated his Twitter. After months of silence, he posted one line. "Don't ask me about loyalty unless you've survived a backstab in designer shoes." That single tweet got 4.9 million views in 10 hours. And just when fans thought the drama had peaked, it got even more personal. A voicemail sent, leaked, and suddenly everywhere in it, Saucy's voice, clearly emotional, can be heard saying, "I didn't mean for it to go down like this. I needed space to shine." Zell was always the loudest in the room, and just like that, the veil dropped. Was this all about ego? About spotlight? Was Saucy Santana jealous of Zell's rising influence? Or was Zell really too loud for the brand? We've got more recordings, more insider leaks, and even more unreleased T2 spill. But this part ends here. For now, because what happens next will leave you gasping. A public confrontation, a tearful breakdown, and one voice memo that might just end someone's career forever. It all came to a head at a private influencer party in Miami. Hosted by a major streaming platform, invite-only, high security, NDAs everywhere. The kind of place where secrets are supposed to stay buried. But that night, nothing stayed hidden. According to a verified guest who later sold the footage to a gossip blog. The party turned into a full-on emotional meltdown when Zell and Saucy came face-to-face for the first time since their bet blow-up. At first, it was civil, barely. Eyewitnesses say Zell tried to keep it cool. But the minute Saucy walked in, phones went up and tension cracked like thunder. People cleared space around them like it was an active crime scene. And then it happened. Zell, clearly fired up, raised his voice just loud enough for everyone to hear. "Still playing the victim for cameras, huh? You gonna tell them how you tried to blacklist me too?" Dead silence. Saucy, unbothered on the outside, but clearly simmering. Fired back, "Ain't nobody checking for you, baby? You're loud, not relevant." That's when Spice, Y-E-S, Spice herself, stepped forward. And y'all, she pulled out her phone on speaker. In front of the room, she hit play. In front of the room, she hit play. And what poured out of that speaker had jaws dropping and drinks spilling across the dance floor. It was a voicemail. A raw, unfiltered, nearly 2-minute recording from Saucy to one of his managers. In it, he can be heard saying, "I don't care how close we were. Zell's not marketable. He's messy. If I want brand deals, I can't be seen with him all the time." That's real talk. It didn't stop there. We gave him a look. He got his moment. But now it's my time and he's just gonna have to watch. Betrayal. Recorded, confirmed, BROADCASTT. People froze. Some gasped. One influencer literally walked out, covering her mouth. Zell, he didn't say a word. He just stared. Eyes glassy, silent. That silence said everything. Meanwhile, Saucy snatched the phone mid-voicemail and stormed out. But not before hissing, "You're really out here doing this for views." Sad. Real sad. But the damage was done. The recording leaked within hours, and social media. It imploded at Messy Millie. Saucy said he's not marketable, like we ain't been loving Zell since day one. Nah, I'm out. 104.2 thousand retweets. At SHADECOURTTV, Zell gave you the blueprint, the spice, the shine, and you tossed him for some brand dollars. Evil. 67.3K likes. Hashtag Zell deserved better trended worldwide for 48 hours. Fan edits flooded TikTok with scenes of Zell and Saucy together. Set to sad R&B tracks and betrayal ballads. A Change.org petition demanding Saucy publicly apologize. Crossed 150,000 signatures in 3 days. And it wasn't just fans speaking up. Bobby Lights tweeted that voicemail was a choice. A calculated one. Zell, you don't deserve that, ever. Reposted by Cardi B, Lizzo liked a TikTok titled, "How Industry Friends Use You." Then Toss You featuring Zell. Tamar Braxton commented, "The industry's a cold place. Zell's got heart. That's rare." Even Nicki Minaj's fan account with 2 meters followers posted, "Zell always stood beside Saucy. Never saw this switch up coming." But here's the kicker. A week later, photos emerged of Saucy meeting with a new stylist, one who just so happens to be Zell's former assistant, Lex. Yep, the plot thickens. Leaked texts, you guessed it. Spilled by a second phone show Lex bragging in a group chat. He asked me to be louder. More extra. Said he needed that Zell energy, but with less baggage. Did Saucy try to recreate Zell's entire vibe? Without the man himself. Zell fired back on IG with a direct shot. Zell IG story. You can copy the outfit. You can even copy the walk. But baby, you can't clone a soul. And just when we thought we'd seen it all, Spice went on Cocktails and Chaos podcast and dropped yet another bomb. What the public doesn't know is, Zell wasn't just a stylist. He was a co-creative. The tour visuals, the outfit themes, the transitions, that was all him. But you'd never know, because his name ain't on any of it. The comment section? A riot. Zell was the Beyonce of that friendship. He built the look, and Saucy ran with it. This ain't friendship. This is theft with glitter. So where does that leave us? A torn fan base, a shattered friendship, and one voicemail that changed everything. But here's what you don't know yet, and trust me. Part 3 will leave your jaw unhinged. Zell's got a documentary in the works. A third unreleased voicemail is rumored to include a confession. And yes, there was a secret relationship in the mix the whole time. What if I told you Zell didn't just feel betrayed by Saucy as a friend, but as something more? You're not ready. Here's what fans have always speculated. But no one, not Zell, not Saucy, not even the blogs ever said out loud. Were they more than friends? For years, they denied it. Just brothers, creative partners, platonic chemistry, but behind the scenes whispers told a different story. And now, thanks to another explosive leak, the truth is out. Enter the third voicemail, the one even Spice said she debated releasing. But it was Zell, not her, who made the final call. He uploaded a cryptic teaser to his stories. If y'all gone, tell it. Tell it all. And when fans swiped up, they were met with the full, unedited audio. Voicemail, Saucy's voice. Audibly crying, "You don't just walk away from someone you love, Zell. You don't. But I had to protect myself. I couldn't keep feeling second best. Not to the fans. Not to the label. Not even to you. I loved you. That's why it hurt. That's why I did what I did, y'all." The internet stopped breathing. This wasn't just business betrayal. It wasn't just jealousy or sabotage. This was heartbreak, WEAPONIZED. And suddenly, the pieces fell into place. The body language in interviews, the way they'd laugh a second too long, the late night lives, the inside jokes, the birthday posts that always felt a little too deep. Fans went feral. TikTokers started creating timelines of their hidden relationship. One user at Mesa Millennial dropped a 7-part series titled Zell and Saucy, a love story hidden in plain sight. Each part racked up millions of views. The hashtags #ZellSaucy and #HeartbreakInHeels dominated FYPs worldwide. And here's where it gets even more emotionally devastating. According to Spice, who says she was Zell's confidant through it all, Zell and Saucy's breakup wasn't just a friendship split. They had a real connection, the kind that's messy, beautiful, painful, and way too deep for this industry. She revealed that Zell was ready to go public. He wanted to tell the world they were together, but Saucy allegedly panicked. Why? Because the industry had started whispering about branding. Executives didn't want messy entanglements clouding Saucy's rising solo stardom. According to Spice, Saucy's team issued a hard ultimatum: cut ties with Zell or lose your next rollout. And just like that, he chose the music. He chose the career. He chose himself. But Zell, he chose silence. For months, he disappeared. Stopped posting. Stopped performing. Stopped speaking. And now we know why. He wasn't just hurt. He was crushed on in an emotional IG Live just hours after the voicemail leak. Zell finally broke down. Zell threw tears. I loved that man. Through all the glitter, all the shade, all the chaos, I was 10 toes down. And I watched him erase me like I was a phase. The live peaked at over 1.2 million viewers in 20 minutes. Celebs flooded the comments. Kick Palmer. This is so real. So brave. B. Simone. Ain't nothing fake about that Pain Monet exchange. Say his name. He don't get to silence your love and your legacy. And then, Zell dropped the final bombshell. He's filming a documentary. Title: Unseen, The Truth Behind the Glitter. It will feature all 3 voicemails, behind-the-scenes footage from tours, studios and unreleased music videos, interviews with insiders, stylists, and even security guards who witnessed the fallout. And yes, a one-on-one sit-down between Zell and Spice. But here's the twist no one was ready for. Zell says he invited Saucy to be interviewed too. And Saucy, he didn't decline. He didn't ignore. He replied with one word: pending. Fans are losing it. Is there a chance for closure? Or is this just another PR chess move? We don't know. What we do know is that this scandal has gone from simple friendship fallout to a full-on, emotionally explosive expose of love, loss, and loyalty in the cutthroat world of fame, and the reactions keep rolling in. Adele? Yes. Adele liked a Zell post and commented, "You deserve to be seen. Fully, loudly, authentically." Saucy's official fan page shut down temporarily. Citing emotional distress and harassment from the fandom, rumors swirl that Zell has been approached for a Netflix docuseries deal and might even be joining the cast of The Come Up, Miami next season. And most shocking of all, a leaked calendar screenshot shows Saucy and Zell both booked for the same award show next month. Are they about to reunite on stage? Or is it about to go down again? Because now it's not just about why Zell left Saucy. It's about what happens when the people closest to you turn out to be your biggest heartbreak. And as Spice herself said in her final IG Live, this wasn't drama. This was real life. And it deserves to be told. If you made it this far, first of all, you're a real one. Second of all, you already know what to do. Smash that like button if you're still picking your jaw up off the floor. Drop a comment. Were Zell and Saucy more than friends? Did Saucy choose fame over love? And if you want to see the full Zell documentary breakdown the minute it drops, hit subscribe and turn your notifications. ALL the way on. Because trust, this is just the beginning. The fallout hasn't even peaked yet. And with the documentary, the live appearances, and that pending interview. Someone's career or legacy could be rebuilt or obliterated. Don't be the last to know. Don't be the one watching the clips secondhand. Be here when the next explosive bombshell hits. This is the messiest, rawest, most human story in celebrity gossip right now, and you don't want to miss a single moment. Until next time, stay shady and keep your screenshots saved. Stay shady and keep your screenshots saved.